Hey nerds, today we're unboxing this SH Figuarts Portgas the Ace figure. Let's get him out of the box. All right, let's look at this SH Figuarts Portgas the Ace figure. This is from 2010, says it right there if you can see it. Let's get him out of here. Now he does actually come with his own stand. Check that out, that's pretty cool right there. Set that off to the side. We also have our instructions in case we need them, but I don't think we will. Let's get the figure out, pop off this piece right here. All right. First up, we have some fire effects. I believe these are for his feet. Then we have another fire effect that would go around his forearm. Then we also have these two fire effects as well that attach to his fingertips right there. He comes with a knife that he wears on his side, but it doesn't come out of the sheath. It's just one solid piece attaches to his waist with that little peg right there. We have his little bead necklace. He comes with his trademark hat, and these parts that come down are actually plastic as well. They're not string. It'd be much better if they were like little pieces of rope or string or something, because this is not going to stay in that bent position, so you can hang it from his neck. You know, it's a little odd, unless maybe you heat it up and keep it in that bent position, but otherwise, it's not going to work. He comes with a set of these double pointer fingers for when he shoots his fire. He has a set of regular pointer fingers. He has a pair of pointer fingers that have flames on the tip. And then he has a pair of open hands. He has this additional faceplate. And then he has this alternative head sculpt here where the hair on the top right here is much flatter than the one that's on the figure, which I'll show you in a second. But this actually has an alternative head sculpt on it as well that has a little fishbone sticking out of his mouth right there. Pretty interesting looking head sculpt. Now let's take a look at the actual Ace figure here. Pretty decent figure for the time, I guess, 2010. This is basically how SHF made all of their one-piece figures. Nice tattoos on them. We got the weird kind of tinted skin, you know, to give him kind of a wash, which is interesting. But yeah, we got the big forehead right there. People pointed that out to me a few times. Big forehead, but otherwise, I think it's a fairly decent representation of Ace. Let's take a look at his articulation now. We're going to start with the feet. They point down that much. They point up that much. We have some toe articulation there, kind of, sort of. The ankles do spin left and right and have an ankle rocker in there as well. He has double jointed knees, and you can see right here on the back, they left the groove right here so his leg can actually get more articulation. So we got that much bend right there. This figure has drop down hips right here. You can see that. So we can kick the leg up about that far and out about that far. And we have thigh rotation inside the hip right there as well. He does articulate at the waist. We have some crunch in there, forward and back, some left and right lean as well. He kind of rotates around like this, but he doesn't really twist in there, and I'm not going to force it because I feel like it's going to break. His chest cut allows him to spin left and right and provides a little bit additional crunch as well. We have a lot of movement in the shoulder joint, spins all the way around, comes up about that far. We have the bicep joint, spins all the way around. We have single jointed elbows that give that much bend. And then we kind of have your standard SHF wrist articulation in there. His head will turn to the left and the right. He looks down about that far and up about that far. Now his neck actually turns in there. You can see it kind of moving there, but it doesn't give you any kind of articulation forward or backwards, which is kind of funny, but it does spin in there. Now to swap the faceplate on this figure, you can take off the head or not, but I'm going to show you how you take it off here. And that's because this joint, I really do not like that SH Figuarts uses these joints for the neck. It's basically the same joint that they use on the wrist, and actually on this figure, it's on the ankle as well. But these can easily break. Look how thin that little piece of plastic is there. The wrong amount of pressure left or right, and you can break that so easy. So if you get one of these figures, just be careful and keep that in mind when you're rotating the head. Let's take this opportunity to compare these two hair pieces. You can see they're pretty much the same except for the top. And like I mentioned before, this one on the right is flat and the one on the left actually looks more like regular hair. And I believe that this one on the right is for him to wear the hat. And that would be the main difference in these two pieces. So to swap out the faceplate on this figure, what we're going to do is remove this front hairpiece that bangs, and you actually have to pull it up, not out. A lot of times it's out, so that comes off. Then we pull the faceplate actually out away from the hair like this. And there we go. That leaves us with the hairpiece. Then we get one of the other head sculpts, and we're going to pop it in, or faceplates more likely. And then we take the hairpiece, the bangs, slide it back in the top, and then we're good to go. We can pop it back on the actual figure, just like that, and bam, we've swapped out the faceplates. So let's put some fire effects on Ace. We're going to start with this one right here. I believe it just goes around his thigh, yeah, kind of like that. And this other one, I think, does the same thing, maybe just lower on his calf right here, maybe something like that. We can do this Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty cool. Now we can put this effect on his forearm. We're going to pop the hand off right here, nice and softly so we don't break it. Then we'll take this, slide it through like that. Now let's take this hand right here and attach it to the wrist. We're going to just pop it on like this. Let's see if it goes on. There we go. Nice and easy. Got some movement in there. That's pretty good. And we can take this fire effect now and attach it to the fingertips. I believe we just slide it right on, right? Yeah, there we go. And now we have a pretty interesting fire effect right there coming out of Ace. Look at that. He lit up all on one side, but pretty cool. We can also take this hand off right here and then take the other one with the pointer finger that's kind of on fire and attach it. Let's see, do this as safely as possible again. Come on. For some reason, alternate hands never seem to want to go on that easy. They're always a little bit of a snug fit. And the last thing I want to do is break these joints. There we go. Fire effects all loaded up. And then I swapped heads so we can try the hat on him. We're going to put it on like this. Oh, that fish is in the way. Let's see. A little bit annoying, but there we go. Got the hat on him as well. And this faceplate is actually swappable too. You don't have to keep the fish mouth on him when you use it. But yeah, I just didn't want to change it. There we go. All decked out. So there you go, nerds. That's the 2010 SH Figuarts One Piece Portgas the Ace figure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.